I need you guys to understand that you may simply just not be doing enough. You know what I mean? Like, you need to do more, honestly. And I want to be the one to give you the tough love message and tell you that, you know what I mean, you can do so much more, right? Because I need you guys to understand there's nothing wrong with feeling like, you're working hard. There's nothing wrong with feeling like you're doing a lot, especially compared to, before you started or when you first started. You know what I mean? Like, you may very well be working hard to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, you may very well be working hard by your own definition of working hard. But objectively, you know what I mean? You're probably not working hard enough. So, what do I mean when I say this? I feel like so many of us have the wrong idea when it comes to working hard. You know what I mean? And I mean, myself included, I had to really unlearn a lot of the, things that I had thought were working hard. I had to really unlearn a lot of the ideas and concepts that I had around working hard, because working hard to me a year or two ago looks completely different than working hard to me looks now, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, you guys, you may absolutely be working hard, depending according to your own standards. Excuse me, I just stuttered. According to your own standards, you may absolutely feel like you're working hard, but objectively, you're probably not. So with that being said, man, a lot of things in life require so much more work up front than we believe that it requires. You know what I mean? To be successful. So let's just take content, for example, right? You may believe that you're working extremely hard, right? Because you've posted 3 videos in a week, right? Now, take that same idea of working hard and apply it to the content creator who's posting every single day. Would you then consider yourself to be working hard? I mean, truly, like, let's consider doing the math on that. You know what I mean? Let's do the math. 3 uploads a week times 4 weeks, boom. That is 12 uploads in a month, right? All right, cool. Versus 7 uploads a week times 4 weeks, 28, right? He doubled your output. No, not even doubled. He over doubled your output. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I want you guys to understand when it comes to working hard, because that same example, right? If we were to do that over the course of a year, right? You're uploading 12 times a month times what? 12 months, right? 144 uploads in a year. That's not bad. You know what I mean? For any small YouTuber, any up and coming YouTuber, like, that is really good inputs. You know what I mean? Like, that's really good numbers. But if you compare that to the person who's uploading every single day, right? 7 times a week times 4 weeks, boom, 28 times 12 months, boom, 336, right? Now, I just want to ask you a question. If you're uploading 144 times, I believe it was, a year, still pretty good, right? How many chances do you have to go viral compared to the person who is uploading 336 times a year? You know what I mean? Like, you're posting nearly a third of the content that they are posting. And that's just the person that's uploading 1 time a day, every single day. There are some YouTubers out there that are uploading 2 times a day, 3 times a day. You know what I mean? And that is just the YouTube example. Like, you know what I mean? That is just the content creator example. But the reason I wanted to use the content creator example is because the idea for this video today came in my head because I was listening to a podcast earlier. I believe it was one of Alex Hormozzi's older podcasts or YouTube videos that he had posted to his channel. And he was basically talking about how when he was first trying to get into content, like he was trying to go all in on content, he asked a extremely big, successful YouTuber, right? He didn't name who it was, but a successful YouTuber nonetheless. He asked that successful YouTuber, like, hey, what do I need to do to get the same results as you when it comes to my content, right? And you want to know exactly what he said, and this is exactly what Alex said in the story too. He said, the guy told me, okay, pull up your LinkedIn. He pulled up his LinkedIn, right? He said, how many posts have you made today? He had made like 2, I think. And the guy said, okay, you've made 2. I've made 7 today on LinkedIn. All right, cool. Pull up your Instagram. He pulled up his Instagram. He had made 0 posts on Instagram so far that day. He had pulled up his Instagram. He said, okay, I've posted 3 times on Instagram today. He said, next, pull up your YouTube. He pulled up his YouTube, right? And so on, right? It just kept going, you guys. It just kept going, right? And then he realized, he was like, okay, the answer to all of the things that you're asking is simply just doing more work, bro. Like it says, he's like, okay, I kind of get it now. Like I'm just simply not doing enough. And that's kind of what I want to convey to you guys, right? It's like, you can feel like you're doing so much. You can feel like you're working so hard, but there's always someone who is ahead of you, who is outworking you. You know what I mean? Another thing he said in that video, Alex said, is, a lot of times when we look at people ahead of us, we get the idea that, they have something that we don't have, or, you know what I mean? Like they're just lucky, or, the world is against you and the world loves them in some type of weird way, right? What it really is most times that person is just doing way more than you are, right? Most times, if you actually zoom out, that person is just doing way more inputs and putting in way more work than you're willing to put in, right? And that's just, that's just the work that you're able to see. You know what I mean? So yeah, you guys, I just kind of want, you guys to take away from that story the same thing that I took away from it, which is I can absolutely do more, right? I can absolutely do more than I'm doing right now, right? Because if there is someone in front of you, the only guaranteed way to beat that person, right? The only guaranteed way that you can, fathomably concrete touch and do, right? And control, right? The only controllable thing that you have to beat that person ahead of you is to simply outwork them. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, well, say they are posting, 7 times a week. They're posting 1 time a day, right? You could say, okay, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and post 10 times a week, but it's probably not enough to get you over the hump and put you ahead, because a lot of times, bro, if somebody is already ahead of us, what we need to understand is they have the advantage already. They have the momentum on their side. You know what I mean? So if they're already posting 7 times a week and you just barely slightly up it to 10 times a week, they're already ahead of you. You know what I mean? They already have the momentum on their side. Chances are only 10 times a week won't, move the needle enough for you to, really pass them, guaranteed, and know that you're head and shoulders above that person, right? So what you can simply do is what Alex said. He said, just double their output. Like, just absolutely double their output. Better yet, you know what I mean? Definitely double your output. But yeah, just double every single thing that you're doing. Look at your analytics for the last 2-3 months, right? And double every single thing that you have control over. You know what I mean? And see how far you get. Because at the end of the day, bro, it's all about doing the work. So the simple answer is, if I can control it, I have the capability, I'm able-bodied, and I can, get up and do something about this right now. Why am I not doing it? You know what I mean? And the simple answer is, there's no real reason for you to not be doing it. If you can, and you have the desire to, why not do it? You know what I mean? Double your output if you can. So yeah, you guys, I just want you to take that away from this video. If anything, man, chances are, you know what I mean, you're probably just not doing enough work. And once you start to actually put in enough reps and enough inputs and enough, you know, groundwork to actually see real results tangibly, you will be probably head and shoulders above the rest of the competition. You will probably be extremely successful, just like you've been wanting to be, you guys. So, yeah, I know, you know, I kind of told that story all over the place, but I hope I conveyed this message well enough to you guys. If not, I have multiple other videos on the same topic. You know what I mean? You guys get the entire gist of what I'm saying. It's just you need to work harder. You know what I mean? Double your inputs, double what you're doing every single day. Do it for 3 months straight, do it for 6 months straight, and see where you land. You know what I mean? Shoot for the stars, land on the moon. See where you end up, man. So that's all I really got to say, you guys. And I hope you enjoyed this video, man. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to see you tomorrow.